Hello, this is Greg from SharePoint Maven, and in this video I would like to show you how you can easily create a Copilot agent, a custom Copilot agent in SharePoint. Now, this obviously applies only if your organization embraced Copilot AI and most importantly has Copilot licenses. So that's kind of an important prerequisite. So assuming this is the case, let me demonstrate to you how easy it is to create a custom Copilot agent. So I'm actually going to navigate behind the scenes. This, by the way, happens to be kind of a sample, quality site for QMS and so on. And I have a document library in here. And I have a few different, SOPs and different policies, and I would like to create a custom Copilot agent based on some of these policies. Now, before we do that, I do want to point out that by default, let me refresh my screen for whatever reason. Yeah, here we go. Now it finally appears. By default, um, there is a Copilot agent that exists on a site level. So you see this, if you click on the Copilot icon in the operating corner, by default, you are going to see a Copilot agent that was already created for you. Every site has one. All right, every site has one default Copilot agent. However, the scope of this default, Copilot agent is obviously the entire site, right? So all the documents, all the information, all the content you have on your site, that's available to this default site Copilot agent. However, in my case, I want to create a custom Copilot agent, and I only wanted to base maybe on one or two documents. And you know what? Let's just pretend we want to base it off, this document over here, the corrective action, I guess, Kappa, policy, and let's maybe, I don't know, pick another document as well. So this are the two documents I want to use as the scope for our agent. And all you need to do is just obviously select one or more documents, and under AI actions, we're going to see an option create an agent. By the way, you can obviously utilize other Copilot AI actions. I actually recorded a number of videos on those topics, so feel free to check them out. But in our case, we are going to create an agent. And essentially, you just need to walk through this wizard. You know what I'm going to call it, Kappa agent. All right, I'm not that creative. You can change the logo. Let's not worry about it. But if you have an image, you can upload it. And then you can provide a brief description. So let's just keep it nice and short. The most important thing happens over here under sources. All right. So this is where first of all, you will notice the two files that I already previously selected, but you can also, start add resources and add files from other sites. And as you can see, I'm typing, legal, for example, and I can pick maybe, I don't know, some documents from some other sites. But you can also pick them from OneDrive, for example. So you can add additional sources to be used by the agent, and it tells you right here the essentially up to 20 sources can be chosen. Now, the last thing we have to configure is the behavior. All right, and essentially what it is that the users will see when they see our agent. And, there are all these different starter, I guess, prompts. All right, so I guess we don't need, we don't need any of them. Actually, we probably just need one. So let's say, ask me any questions about Kappa process. All right, so that's what our prompt will be. All right, and then agent instructions. This is where we tell agent what the tone should be, how it should answer things, any additional information that we want to provide. You know what, I'm just base answers on info from the docs. All right. I mean, I'm not again that creative with instructions, but you can obviously tweak them as need be. Provide the tone. Maybe you want to add some official tone, some humor, even stuff like that. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. You kind of have a preview, and we are going to click create. Now, let me explain to you what will happen. It actually tells you what just happened, but let me explain to you what happens once you create the agent, once you publish it. Look at this. It is actually a file that's created, just like any other file that's stored within the document library, and it has this .agent kind of extension. All right, so that's the agent that got created. So it is treated as the, pretty much like a regular file. And you can, because it's a file, you can share it, you can delete it if you want. All right, but let me show you how to access this now. So once again, we click on the Copilot, kind of logo in the operating corner. Now, by default, you once again will get the site agent. However, if you click on the drop-down, you are going to see a list of other agents you created. And I created, some additional ones already, but this is the one we just created. And just like that, and now I can proceed and ask, whatever I want to ask this agent. Actually, let's ask a question. Who can approve, I don't know, Kappa implementations? All right, let's see if we can get a response from it. And I can probably spell, all right, correctly. So here we go. So let's see what it comes back with. Once it comes back with some answers, I will show you a few more additional pieces of information that are kind of critical. So let's wait till this happens. You know what, maybe while it's thinking, let's not waste time. All right, perfect. Okay, it found some information. Perfect. All right, so yeah, it did find some information. All right, perfect. That's great. So it tells me managers, assigned resources. I guess it does provide some information based on my answers. By the way, this is just a sample document, so it probably is not heavy in terms of the content, so that's why it's kind of maybe struggling with the responses. But let me show you one other thing that's extremely important. Remember how I had to go in here, right, and choose my agent. Now, all those different agents you create will appear over here. However, you can also designate and approve this agent. And let me show you how you do that. Once again, you choose the agent you want. And then when you click on three dots here, you will need to say set as approved. Let me explain to you what will happen. Once you set it as approved, it will actually show up right there or on top above all the other agents. Also, this file right here will move from this library. That's very important because it's an approved agent for the entire site. It will move from this library to the site assets library. So let's take care of it, and I will show you what will happen. It actually tells you, all right, approved agents can be found in site assets. So this file will move to site assets library. So let's approve it. And then we'll go behind the scenes and I'll show you where it resides. Perfect. All right. So if I refresh, look, it disappeared from the library, but don't worry, it did not get deleted. It just got moved. And if I go to my site assets library, there is a folder that's created automatically called Copilot approved, all right, subfolder. And look at this. These are my approved agents, all right. I have a few, so here it is. Now let's see what will happen to if I were to select, essentially the drop down, choose the drop down. Look at this. it now appears as an approved agent, for the site. You see, so essentially, you might have maybe 10 agents for different based on different resources, but now it does appear over here, and pretty easy to select. One final thing, we can also set it as a site default agent. Once you approve it, right? So it appears over here once again. Sorry, too many clicks. It appears over here. But you know what? I actually want this to be kind of the default agent, right? When I click on the Copilot icon. Remember, when I click on Copilot icon, by default it shows me kind of this default site level agent. I want my Kappa agent to be the default. And again, the way you do it, you just click three dots and set as a site default. All right. And essentially it tells you it will automatically launch, all right, when you click on that icon. Very important, that needs to be approved first, all right? You cannot set any agent as default until you approve them. So a few steps here. You first set it as approved, and then you essentially make it a default. So let's now go back to my site. I'm back at the site level. And again, let's see, probably, where is my Copilot icon? Not sure why it decided to disappear on me. All right, let's go. Yeah, here we go, finally. Probably not patient kind of enough. And when I click on that, um, I get this, essentially agent by default, all right? I get this agent by default. So that's essentially what I wanted to show you in this video. Definitely lots of opportunities now with this custom agents. You can obviously, if you have some repeatable processes, if you want to ground your agent on some certain files or folders or entire document libraries, you can do that now. And essentially, those agents will just reside in a regular document library, just like any other document, right? So that's all. Once again, I wanted to show you in this video. Hopefully, you learned something new. As always, happy to see you on my blog, SharePointMaven.com, as well as my YouTube channel. Goodbye.